Hello, everybody, and welcome back to On the Diamond and Into the Deep. As always, I am your host, Mahal, and we are back on a Thursday evening, May 16th. It is 9:16 p.m. I was trying to hold out as long as possible to record this, as the Orioles still have not released their probable pitchers for this weekend, so this episode is going to look a little bit different. Now, how is it going to look different, you're going to ask? Well, if you listen to multiple episodes, if you listen to me often, you know that before series, I like to give a preview. And in my preview, I basically preview the opposing starting pitcher for that game, and then I'll give a little bit of an overall preview of batting order, bullpen, stuff like that. And with no starting pitching, we can't really do that. So we're going to do something else. It's going to be a little bit of a wing it as we go here, but we are going to persevere, because that's kind of what we have to do, and we're going to do a little bit more recap. There are some injuries we got to talk about. We'll talk a little bit of storyline stuff, and we'll kind of see where the night takes us. I don't like to say that, but we'll kind of see where we go with this. Anyways, let's get into it, y'all. All right, so let's start with Baltimore, because that's the series upcoming, that's what's different, and we're just going to see how long it takes, because I have quite a bit to talk about with the KC series, which was a series win if you didn't tune in. It was 2 out of 3 for the Mariners, but the Baltimore series, back to what's important. All right, what is the goal for the series? That is the question. Now, I think it is hard to put an overall goal on this series individually, but more so, it's a question of what is the goal for this road trip, and specifically these first 7 games, in which you have 3 in Baltimore at Camden Yards, and then 4 at Yankee Stadium against the Yankees team that is surging. The Yankees are surging. So, what is this road trip going to look like, and what is a positive outcome on this road trip? The Yankees just swept the Twins. So if you want a line of where they are at, that's where they are at. I was not sure they had 100% swept, but they did sweep. And we have 4 with them starting on Monday, Monday through Thursday then, and then we will head down to the nation's capital as we will play the the Washington Nationals. Not the Senators, not the Expos, it's the Nationals. Just got to make that clear. That is my bad. Apologies. But the Baltimore series. Looking on Fangraphs, this is just a little sneak into my prep that I do, and I do quite a bit of prep. It's about 2 hours. So I like to go to Fangraphs. What they have is they have a roster and depth chart, right, for every team. So what I like to do when I'm looking at other teams, just to start, is look at that. And what I like to look at is, well, where have players been playing? But that's not crazy. That's not a big deal. But how have they been hitting? And when we look at the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles, wow, dude, can you imagine that? The Baltimore Orioles. What would the logo look like? You have a black and white hat. You could do a white circle that has a cookie design in the middle, with a bite out of it, maybe. If Oreos are from Baltimore, we're talking now. I don't think they are, but if they were, we're really talking here. But the Baltimore Orioles, the Orioles, they're a fun team to watch. I won't lie. I like watching the Orioles. They're young. They're fun. They're going to be annoying for the Mariners for 20 years to come. But they're fun. They got a lot of young talent. Their top 3 players this year have probably been their 3 youngest players, and they've been, one would say, successful. You've got Gunnar Henderson, who is hitting a 259 with an OPS of 880. Nope, 880. 880. Look at that. Quick maths. You got to add the on base and the slug. 880 is the OPS. He's got 12 ding dongs with 6 stolen bases. He's a little speedster. And he's going to cause probably some problems for the Mariners. He was in the same draft as the next dude I'm going to talk about. These dudes went first round, second round. Adley Rutschman, switch hitting catcher. He is from the PNW. He's a local kid. It doesn't really matter when we're not playing here, but it's a fun story to talk about. Rutschman hitting .314 with an .859 OPS. Quicker maths. He's got 1 stolen base. Who really cares? He's a catcher. He's got 9 ding dongs. Yeah, he's pretty freaking good. So those are 2 dudes right at the top of the lineup that you're gonna have to worry about. Those are the 2 dudes that you're gonna be like, oh shoot, man. These are the dudes that are gonna do damage. So if you want to succeed, shut these 2 dudes down. The next dude I'm gonna talk about is not one of the youngsters. It is a dude that was he was drafted in 2014 by Kansas City Royals. You might know his name, Ryan O'Hearn. You might also not know his name. He's going to be a lefty. That means with Bryce Miller on the mound tomorrow, that's a dude to watch. So is Henderson as a lefty, and so is Rutschman as a lefty. That means that Bryce Miller is going to have to throw a lot of splitters, which should be fun because that splitter is fun to watch. A lot of splitters, a lot of fastballs, some 2-seams. I believe he threw a cutter for the first time in his last game, so he's going to have to work in that cutter too as well. Get that inside on the hands. Saw some dudes off. This is kind of crazy. This is all off the top of my head. This is fun. Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson will be the top 2 probably in the lap. I'm not sure exactly what it'll look like, but they'll have O'Hearn also there. Those are going to be the 3 dudes right at the top of the order you're going to have to worry about. O'Hearn has 5 home runs. He's hitting .290 with an .882 OPS. Even quicker maths. Woo! .882 OPS. He's slugging .505 with a .377 on base. So again, that is going to be .582 OPS. This is going to be the DH more often than not for the Baltimore Orioles. He is 30 years old. Who really cares? But he's going to be a DH. Yeah, those 3 dudes right at the top. Other dude I quickly do want to mention is Jordan Westburg, who's having a fantastic year. Drafted in 2020 in the first round. This dude's pretty good. 159 at bats this year. He's got 7 homers. 7 ding dongs with 5 stolen bases. He's hitting .301 with an 888. Oh wow, 888 OPS. And these are just basic stats, but these are the stats that Fangraphs is showing me. So these are the stats we're going to talk about. Obviously, these do not cover the entire picture, but they're going to cover some of the picture. He will be the starting third baseman for the Baltimore Orioles. Henderson will be the shortstop. So what a left side of the infield. I mean, that's what we dream of in, 4 years with Felny Celestine, Colt Emerson, who just got injured with an ankle injury, if you haven't heard tonight. Ty Pete also maybe. A Michael Arroyo would be over there. Ben Ramirez. Is that what his name is? I don't even know if that's what his name is. Ben Ramirez. I think that's what his name is. Ben Ramirez. Yeah, Ben Ramirez. What a stud. Oh, what a stud. Ben Ramirez in AA Arkansas this year, hitting .236 with no home runs and an .898 OPS in AA. What a stud. No home runs, no stolen bases. Oh, Ben Ramirez. If you don't know what he looks like, go look at him. These are glorious. Ben Ramirez. Ben Ramirez. I don't know what I was talking about Ben Ramirez for. Oh, left side of the infield. That's what we Mariners fans dream of. I mean, really. Oh my God! I forgot the most English. I forgot the first one to come up is probably going to be Mr. Cole Young. Cole Young, Cole Emerson, Felny Celestine, Michael Arroyo. Those are the big 4 that you could see there coming in. Young is probably next year. I love talking prospects. Young is probably next year, so 2025. Emerson just got injured. We'll see how much he really plays this year. He's got a lot of injuries. This is his 3rd already this year. But if everything goes to plan, and if he looks good, you could see him 2026, end of that year, 2027 maybe. Depends on if they want to rush him. He is very young, so I would not be surprised if they be careful. But he could be a quick riser. You never really know. Celestine is in Complex League right now. He'll be in Modesto. He might be in Modesto tomorrow. If Cole Emerson needs timeout. So that is something interesting to pay attention to. I was just watching the Modesto game. Pete also basically got injured. He looked to be more of a cautious type thing. So not much to worry about there, I think. But like I said, Celestine could be up tomorrow, and could be a bigger deal. But it's hard to know. Where was I going? Left side of the infield. Celestine probably 2027, 2028. He's in Modesto probably soon. So Modesto probably the rest of this year. Maybe he sees a speck of Everett. Everett for at least half. Yeah, Everett for most of next year, 2025. Yeah, end of 26. Start 27 probably is where we're looking at with Feline Celestin, who has been crushing the ball. He is now at a 9-game hitting streak to begin his career in professional baseball. So, wow, what a dude. But back to the Orioles. They're pretty loaded. I'm not going to lie. They are pretty freaking loaded. Austin Hayes was a really good player for them last year. He is one of their bench bats. He's their fourth outfielder. He's been terrible this year. So, I didn't realize how terrible he's been. He has been god-awful this year. Wow. Ryan Mountcastle's also been really good in their order. He's hitting 272 with a 790 OPS. He has 6 homers. There's one dude in the entire lineup right now with less than 5 home runs, and that is Jorge Mateo, who is just not a power hitter. Other than that, you go down the order: Henderson with 12, Rutschman with 9, O'Hearn with 5, Mountcastle with 6, Santander with 7, Kowser with 6, Westberg with 7, Mullins with 6. I've got, how many of these dudes do I have on my fantasy team, which we're going to talk about in a little bit? Got Henderson 1, Henderson 1, Kowser 2, Mullins 3. I had Westberg for a second. 3. And I also got, that must be it. I think that's it. Well, that's fine. Yeah. When you're looking at the bullpen now, we're looking at the bullpen. They've got Yennier Cano. He's going to be their closer. He is a really, really good reliever, if you don't know. They've got Craig Kimbrell to basically be the setup man, or a second closer. Danny Colombe is listed also as a closer. They have 4 dudes listed as closers. Am I seeing that right? Wow. Oh my god. 4 dudes listed as closers. Danny Colombe, I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Colombe, don't quote me on that. He's gonna be the lefty mainly out of their pen. He's a vet. He's got 5 years of service time. Not as much as Kimbrell, who's got 12. But yeah, Kimbrell's got 8 saves. Wow. I guess Kimbrell's been their main save dude. That's impressive, man. That dude is so old. How old is he? 36 years old. Wow. Mariners need help in the bullpen so bad. My dude that I want them to sign is Adam Ottavino. I just wrote up an article yesterday for Sports Journalism Club at school, and I should be out soon. I'll post that on my Twitter and Instagram when that comes out. But it's just talking about what the bullpen's been like in May, and why Adam Ottavino could be a perfect dude to fit in. And I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this episode. But you never know. Anyways, Colombe is going to be used a lot against lefties, so look for him against, say, JP, but not really see much from JP probably, with his hand swollen and hurting and sore, and just F the Angels, man. That's all I really got to say. F the Angels, like, screw their affiliate. Why are we hitting my boy on his hand? He's in his last at bat, probably, like, man. Screw the Angels. Hate the Angels so much. Colombia's going to be facing lefties. Kimbrell looks like he's probably going to get a lot of saves. Cano has been decent this year, from what I see. He hasn't given up a ton of runs, but he only got 2 saves. He's only pitched, he's pitched a lot. He's pitched 20 innings, so I'm guessing he probably has a lot of holds. He's got a strikeout to walk ratio, Ks to walks ratio of 18 strikeouts to 9 walks, so pretty solid there. Kimbrel's is even better, 25 strikeouts to 9 walks. Overall, like, this is a good bullpen. It's also pretty freaking solid rotation, and they might get Grayson Rodriguez back, which would just kind of be a blow to the heart of Mariners fans. The fact that you could face him, Kramer, and Burns would just like, or him, Means, and Burns is just like, ugh. You remember John Means? He hit the Mariners a few years ago. He was a pass ball away from a perfect game. He was a pass ball away from breaking Felix's perfect game. Last one. And then stupid Domingo Germán had to do it. But nobody remembers that. Everyone just remembers Felix's, so that's cool. I guess. I don't really care. But yeah, that's cool. Love Felix. Yeah. Looking at Adley Rutschman first. He's gonna chase quite a bit. He's not gonna whiff a lot. Not gonna strike out a lot. Not gonna walk a lot. So the chase and the walk, that makes sense. Wow, his bat speed's not very good. He's in the 17th percentile in bat speed. Again, don't really add up very much. His pop time is about league average. He caught stealings are below average. Framing is below average. He's pretty good blocker. He's going to get the sweet spot quite a bit. That means his launch angle is going to be pretty solid. His expected batting average is really, really good. Let's see. Let's look at the pitches. He has been very good against fastballs. Don't throw him fastballs. He's been less so good against breaking and off-speed pitches, so I guess we're going to have to throw him more of those. He's got a 32% whiff rate against breaking pitches, so that should be interesting. And if you don't know, breaking pitches are sliders, curveballs, and knuckleballs, knuckle curveballs, knuckle whatevers, sweepers, slurves, stuff like that. Off-speed pitches are splitters, changeups, forkballs, screwballs. Nobody throws a screwball anymore. Screwball was a thing of the past, but screwballs were awesome. Bring back the screwball. Bring it back. Bring back the frickin' screwball. That's all I gotta say. He's been really good against four-seam fastballs. I'm gonna say it again. He's got a run value of 12, and this adds up with what he's done historically. But jeez, he's hitting 449 with a 796 slug against them, striking out only 9% of the time. His X slug is 633. Expected batting average is 372. He's hard hitting them at a 65, almost 66% rate. That's pretty good. That'll do it for you if you don't know. Yeah, wow, what a dude. Adley Rutschman is a stud. That's what we just learned. Gunnar Henderson, also a stud. He's in the 96th percentile in average exit velocity, 92nd percentile in bat speed. Not that really matters, but it does matter. 84th percentile in barrel percentage, 96th percentile in hard hit rate. He's gonna hit the ball hard, which isn't really surprising when his average exit velocity is 93.7%. He will strike out at about a 28th percentile, so 25% of the time. He'll walk about league average, and he whiffs about league average as well. Doesn't chase a ton. He's a really good defender. 4 outs above average, which is the 95th percentile, and he's pretty fast, as his sprint speed is 28.8. That's pretty good. In terms of pitches, he's less good against fastballs. He's hitting 161 against fastballs with a 321 slug. So he's not so good. He's got a -5 run value against him. He's also not so good against sinkers. Those are 2 pitchers he struggles against. So let's throw him some fastballs. Let's throw him some sinkers, which is kind of fun because that means you get to attack him and Rutschman in different ways, but that's also not so fun. And that's probably part of the reason why they both do so well, because let's say Bryce Miller's on the mound and he has his good fastball. Okay, you can get Henderson out. But if he doesn't have the off-speed pitches and he has to throw that fastball to an Adley Rutschman, oh shoot, you're toast. And that's kind of part of the reason why they go back-to-back in that order, probably. It's part of the reason why they're so dangerous. They're both really good hitters, and when their weaknesses are offset by the other, that's going to cause problems for a pitcher. Next, Jordan Westburg. His bat speed doesn't really matter. He's going to whiff quite a bit. He's going to not walk a lot. He's going to chase quite a bit. His strikeout percentage about league average. In terms of everything else, he's quite good. 94th percentile in hard hit percentage at 52.6% of the time. Average exit velocity is 92.6, which is the 91st percentile, so also very good. His outs above average are 2, again, very good. 88th percentile in sprint speed, so about the same as Henderson, but that is pretty fast. In terms of pitches he's facing, he's been pretty good against breaking. He's been pretty good against fastballs. He has not had a strong weakness. He hasn't hit the sweeper especially well, but he's hit the slider decent. In terms of run value, 4-seamer, 5 run value, 5 runs. Slider, 3. Sinker, 3. Changeup, 2. Sweeper, -1. Curveball, 1. Cutter, 4. Split finger, splitter. Ha ha ha. Best pitch. We're gonna throw him a splitter. -1 and 0. So sweepers and splitters will probably be the pitches to get him out. But it's also hard to know. He's going to hit, which is kind of scary because he doesn't seem to have a full weakness there. Let's look at if he has a weakness in a specific area. He has gotten the most pitches, looks like inside on him there, especially low and in. Doesn't seem to like a ton up. He strikes out and up and in the middle quite a lot, actually. That's kind of surprising. And low and away. So attack him low and away, attack him up. Looks to be where you're going to get success. Yeah, let's ride the fastball up, see what you can get there, and if that doesn't work, see what we can do. He's not hit the ball hard though at the top of the zone, so I think that's probably where you're gonna approach him, get the fastball at the top rail, and then throw him off speed pitches otherwise. And that's what I got for the Baltimore Orioles. It's gonna be a fun series. What's going to be success? Like I was talking about, I talked about this before, but you got 7 games here against the Yankees and the Orioles. I think if you can win 3 of those 7 games, you're okay. 4 of those 7 games, that's a success. 2 of those 7 games, you're like, oh, okay, reality check, you know? You win 1 of those 7 games, oh shit, we're out of first place. Pardon my French. Oh, shoot, we're out of first place. Probably you're out of first place if you go 3-4 too, but that's okay. You win 1 game and you're it's not gonna be a whole lot of fun. You don't win a single game and whole reality check. Let's go get some bullpen arms. Let's go get a bat. We need some help ASAP. Bring back Jonathan Crosset and let's just hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope we can get at least 3 or 7 here. Go 3 and 4. 4 and 3 would be fantastic. 5 and 2 would be really fantastic. That's never gonna happen. 6 and 1 is absolutely never gonna happen. 7 and 0 is that's like winning the World Series in 2019 for the Mariners. So if you know, that was the year the Mariners took the step back, started the rebuild. So that means 0% chance of that happening. But who really cares? Who really cares? Let's talk. Wow, that took a long time. Let's talk about the Kansas City Royals series. Mariners won the first game 6-2. Nuke Rayleigh with a big boom. Big bomb. 432 off the batter's eye in center field. Furious George was furious, getting 11 whiffs. He went 7 innings, 3 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts, 0 runs. He used a lot of the forcing, a lot of the sinker. With off-speed and break pitches weren't working a lot for him, but he was able to use without him because he has a million pitches. They got Brady Singer out after 5, which was good to see. I talked about it before the series, but you wanted to work into that bullpen, even though it's pretty good. But it didn't seem to come to fruition especially well. They could have gotten him out after 4 pretty easily. Lineup struck out 10 times. They still scored 6 runs. So, like, if you're all freaking out about the strikeouts, all that really matters is if they can score runs. And when they score runs, you're going to be okay. You can strike out, but you also have to get runners on base, and you have to score those runners. Cal Raleigh with a great game. 2 hits, 3 balls. 3 of those were, 2 hits. He had 3 hits, 3 balls hit in play over 100 miles an hour, which is really good. Signed Jorge Polanco got a Sounder-style hamstring injury, so if you don't know anything what I'm talking about, Sounders just get unlimited hamstring injuries. It feels like every other day it's like, oh, Pedro de la Vega, hamstring injury. Oh, Albert Rusnak, hamstring injury. Oh, Rui Diaz, 6 hamstring injuries. Oh, Leo Chu, hamstring injury. Oh, Jordan Morris, striker. Oh, who else? Who else was on? I don't even know who else was on the team. Christian Rodon, hamstring injury. Alex Rodon, hamstring injury. You see what I'm saying here? See what I'm saying? But he got a hamstring injury. It's not bad. He's not on IL. He should be back tomorrow. It seems like they were just giving him some rest, especially with the off day today, actually, which sucked. I really wanted to watch the boys play ball. That's okay though. Munoz got another 4-out save, and I'll get into this in Game 3 because he had another one of those type things, and he's just saving Stanek's booty. It's about the 1,000th time this year. It's 1,000 times too many, to be honest. I'm gonna need Stanek to throw more than 2/3 of an inning, and if he can't, and if Spider's struggling the way he is, then you're gonna need a dude at the back of the bullpen. You probably need one anyway. So you need a dude that can pitch the 8th inning and have a clean 8th inning. That Munoz isn't gonna blow out his arm by the time July rolls around. Go get another arm. Adam Ottavino. Go do it. Ty France, I don't really know where this came from. He had 2 home runs in the series. I don't really know where this one came from at all. Hit it into the manual scoreboard, so like really it was like a 9-iron. Just kind of 9-ironed it out towards the manual scoreboard, out above Edgar's, if you know what I'm talking about. If you've been to the stadium, you know what I'm talking about. The little manual one with the dude under it. I just hope the dude didn't get dinked in the head. That was my first thought. I saw it go in there, and I was like, I wonder if the dude's okay. It looked like it bounced out. Could it have bounced off his head? I don't know, but I don't think it did. Also, congrats to Josh. I'm not talking about Josh Rojas. I mean, it did involve Josh Rojas. But Josh, I don't know what your last name is. Oh, Josh George. His name is Josh George. Congrats to Josh George. Fantastic play on the foul ball there in the first inning. And then fantastic play on the next foul ball there on the next pitch. 2 foul balls on back-to-back pitches. I don't know how often that happens. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Can I get a foul ball? That's all I'm asking. I want a foul ball. I want a baseball. Give me a baseball, and we're all good. They're at the first pitch in Game 2, and then they lost. So I don't ever want to see him at the game again. But congrats on your 2 foul balls, my lad. Congrats. They held Witt to 1 for 4 in this game, so that's all you got to do. They held him to not good in the series overall. So again, Nuke Graley, Game 2. Here we go. We lost this game. The bullpen. But wipe it. Nuke Rayleigh, big bomb to right. He goes back-to-back games with ding-dongs, and Nuke Rayleigh's hot. He's hitting nukes, and he's hot, and he's ready to go. Logan Gilbert, he basically just got left to hang out to dry. Again, because there's nobody in the bullpen that is there that can give you support. You don't have the Matt Brash that can just come in and wipe the floor clean and say, all right, we're out of this, and we're going to the 8th inning with I think it was the 7th. I don't know. We're going to the next inning with a 1-0 lead. We're not giving up any runs. But we don't have that right now. He gives up a 3-run homer to Nelson Velasquez, and we lose the game. The bullpen needs help. Bad. Garver got scratched before this game. He's got back spasms in his upper back. And if you're like, oh my god, he had back spasms at the start of the season too, those were in his lower back. So it's different, which honestly might be worse. Because his entire back, that means, is screwed up. What a signing. Love Garver. Really do. He was just getting hot, and now he's injured. Home runs tomorrow, though. Mitch Garver. Mark your watch. Mark your whatever. Mitch Haniger had a good night this night. Whatever, though. Really cares. You needn't get hot, but the Mitches both need to be hot. You can't have one of them with back spasms. He's not 80 years old, so that's okay. Game 3. I didn't take notes on this because this happened yesterday, but the boys won 4-2 series win. Brian Wu gives up his first run in the 6th inning. He came out after 5 1/3, and he kind of got screwed over when the ump got a concussion. I don't want to hate on the ump, but I mean, dude, come on, man, you're screwing me up. Wu goes 5 1/3. Spire shuts the door. He's back. No walks in this outing. He's back. He's back and raring to go. Ryan Stanek is also back with a solid 7th inning in which he goes no hits, no runs, no walks. He also didn't get a strikeout, but who cares? He got through it. He made it through more than 2/3 of an inning. So well done. Then Austin Voth comes in the 8th inning, and you're like, oh, here we go. No, we go. No, go, no. No, Voth, no. He throws 1/3 of an inning, gives up an earned run. Munoz really saves his booty. Munoz gets the 5-out save with 3 strikeouts, and good Lord, is Munoz good. He is very good, but his arm is going to go adios by July if they keep using him like this. Ty France had a homer in this game. Again, I don't know where this is coming from. The dude is trash. DFA him. Go get what's his butt? Pete Alonso in New York. Do a Pete Alonso Adamada Vino trade package. Let's go, y'all. But Ty France, really good to see. Dominic Canzone came back in this game. He went 1 for 3. Good for him. He scored a run. He also struck out once, but who really cares? He's back. He's raring to go. I love me some Dominic Canzone. Dominic Canzone. Hopefully he has a good series. He gets hot. They could use another outfielder here. With Rayleigh looking good, you could put him at first if you need to. If France starts struggling again, it was 1 series for France. I don't know what to expect from him, to be honest. It is really terrifying. Witt in this game went 0 for 3. He also had 2 RBIs because he had 2 sacrifices. But you strike him out twice, that's good enough. He came up in a couple really big situations, and you were able to get him to get a sacrifice in both those situations, and that is a positive. That is majorly a positive. Canzone had a double in this game. Rayleigh had another RBI, so dude is rolling. He also scored a run. No, he did not. He had an RBI. This game had 2 hits. He rolled in the series, and he is your player of the game, y'all, or of the series, y'all. Luke Rayleigh, let's talk stats. He went 6 for 12 in this series with 4 singles and 2 ding-dongs, one of which was 432 off the batter's eye in center field, which nobody goes except for Teoscar Hernandez and now Luke Rayleigh. He had 4 strikeouts in the series, which is kind of a lot, but also, think about it, no, it's not. He had 2 stolen bases. Fantastic series for him. He's raring to go. He's ready. And he hit 500 in this series. So what a lad. What an absolute lad. When you want to talk about advanced stats, do you want to talk about advanced stats? Let's talk about WRC+. 337. It was 3 games. I understand that. But it was 337 WRC+. Lads, let's go. Let's go. Luke Rayleigh is hot. I hated him before this season. I thought he was going to suck. But he doesn't suck. He really doesn't. Now, let's talk injuries. Polanco, Garver, JP. Woo! Those are 3 of your top 4 hitters at the start of the season on opening day. Woo! Polanco, I'm not worried. Garver, also not really worried. JP, I'm a little bit worried. But I'm also not really worried. I just think he's going to have a little bit of setback. He's going to have to come back maybe on the next homestand, which is kind of a long time away. But it also could just be the National Series. He's going to have to travel on his own, though. Maybe he can bring his puppy dog. Then he will have a little puppy dog to heal his hand. Ice that, JP. Let's ice the hand. And then we'll get in a brawl with the Angels again, and you won't be able to use that hand. All right? Good news. Canzone returns. What do you mean? What does that mean the lineup looks like? Well, it means that you're going to have to get rest for France, Haniger, Polanco, Garver. What does that mean? You're mixing it. Haniger, you're going to have to play DH a little bit. Rojas, you're going to have to play second a little bit. France, you're going to have to DH a little bit. Rayleigh, you're going to have to play some first base. Canzone, you're going to have to play some left and right. Rayleigh, you're going to have to play some left and right. You're going to have to get dudes ABs. Get Rayleigh ABs. Get more ABs. Get Urias ABs. Rayleigh and Moore have looked fantastic. Moore's going to get more ABs now because he's going to have to be your starting shortstop for a little bit longer, which kind of sucks, but is also kind of okay. The depth of this team is really unbelievable. I do want to say that. The depth of this team is impressive. And it was something we talked about before the season. But this team is rattling off wins like it's nothing. And they're missing a lot of their biggest players. Julio Rodriguez has basically been missing. I don't want to say that. He's basically been missing all year. JP's been injured. Garver's been injured. Polanco's been missing. And he looks to be old. Haniger has been missing since the first week of the season. I mean, look at it, dude. When this team performs, France, he's also been missing. He's been lost in France, you could say. When this team performs, this team could do special things, and hopefully they do that. But you never know what you're going to see from this Mariners team. You really don't. That's the beauty of Mariners land. Ain't it? That is the beauty. I'm losing my fantasy game so far this week. I'm down by about 24 points. I'm going to need some big starts. I got 6 starters going on Saturday, though, so I'm feeling pretty good. I hope the Orioles don't screw it up because I have John Means and Cole Irvin in my rotation, and I don't know if either of them are going to start, which would kind of suck. But they've also probably are going to start, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening. Sorry for a little bit longer of an episode. We're at 35 minutes now. But I hope you all, if you've made it this far, please leave a follow, leave a like, leave a subscribe, whatever you're listening on, watching on, whatever. I appreciate it for real. Go Mariners. Let's go get 3 of 4. Let's go 3 and 4 against the Orioles and the Yankees here, and let's get these dudes back from injury. And go Mariners, y'all. Peace.